Sites.net. Let's take a look at how to extend the WordPress core gallery block with a custom toggle control. So the first thing we need to do, and here it is here, we'll have a quick look at it. So it's going to add this to the gallery block, so you can use this every time you use the gallery block. Enable, disable. Now the requirements, we'll just shoot through these. This is the most simplistic way you can extend a WordPress core block. So you need Node, alright, you need a local installation, local by Flywheel or whatever one you like using, command line. I'm using terminal for Mac. Alright, now the first step, you need to download this plugin. So the plugin already includes 3 files in one folder. Now let's take a look at them. Here it is here. There's a plugin, main plugin file. It's only got 2 functions in there. One's to load the JS for the toggle, and another's to render the block on the front end based on the toggle value. So that's really straightforward. The second file, package.json, absolutely minimalistic. But that's the way we want it for absolute beginners. We don't want it confusing, so we can't make it any more minimalistic than that. The source folder, the SRC folder, this is where all the modifications is done. We're only using one file in here to make it as simple as possible, and this file contains all the code you need to create a toggle control. Alright, so it's all the JS that you need. And all you have to do is download and install this plugin, and once you do that, we'll take a look at it. So we'll go to plugins, active one. So we've activated the plugin, the core gallery toggle plugin. Now let's go to the front end. What's this? That's the front end there. Let's take a look at the WordPress gallery block. Now it won't work yet because we haven't installed all the dependencies. So there'll probably be a few errors, but not fatal errors. So you can see all this. And we'll fix all that by following a few simple steps. And the first step is to make sure you CD into the correct location. So you want to CD in. You'll need to modify this to the path to your core gallery toggle folder inside your local installations plugins folder. So let's go to terminal, and we're in there already. So we've done that. Now we need to install all the dependencies. So let's go and do that. Now this will take several minutes, because there's an enormous amount of node modules that need to be installed. So it's not going to happen quickly. So we'll come back. And there'll be a lot of, there'll be a node modules folder here, and then after that we'll install the build folder. There'll be a package.json file as well. So come back in a few minutes. So there we go, we've got the node modules have just been installed. So there's a lot inside here, enormous amount, as you can see when you open it. So you won't edit any of these, you won't touch this folder whatsoever, but these are all the dependencies. So this is what you need to build the plugin. So we'll just let this finish. So there we have it. We've got the all the node modules. You won't edit anything in there. The package lock JSON, you won't touch that at all. If you need to modify anything, just modify it in the source folder. And of course you can modify the package JSON in the core gallery. But every time you modify any files or add any code in the source files, make sure you run build. So the next step, we've installed, so we need to start the development. So run this command, and this should be fairly quick. There we go, there's our build folder. So this is what we'll use in our production copy. So don't edit anything in the build folder, because this is what you'll need to use. And you can see it's built the JavaScript here. So we won't use it like that, we'll minify it. Now to minify it, what we need to do is run build. So, is that still running? It's hard to say. Let's open it again. Alright, let's go back in. We'll CD in. And we'll run build. We'll minify that JS, which is ready to go. So here we go. So we've got the final working version of the JS, and that's all we need in this case. We've got the PHP, and you can modify this render block filter function here, and now we can export the plugin. To do that, we need to add this line to the JSON file, so we can then zip it. So it's added there. I don't think we need to build it again. And we can zip it. This will export the production ready copy. Alright, so that's it. Run plugin zip, and now when we go to the folder we'll find a zip, and here it is here. So this contains your production ready plugin. We'll open it up, have a look at it. And it contains a PHP file, the main plugin file, which hasn't changed. It's got a build folder with a minimized JS and also an index asset file. So that's all you need there. And replace that with the plugin you downloaded to build the... So you can delete the entire build folder now, and we can just use this. So we copy that. Let's move this to trash. Let's rename it so we know it's the production. We'll call it Pro. And we'll go into plugins. Core Gallery Toggle Pro, so that's it there. So we can test this on the front end. We'll go into the gallery block, toggled on. Going to the parent gallery, here we are here, and here's our toggle. So we'll toggle that off. Toggled off. So there you go. Shows you how to do it. Works perfectly. Toggled on. Alright, so here's the actual production ready copy which we just tested just then, so you can download that and use it as is, and you might just need to modify the output, so the code in the core gallery toggle.php file. So now if you want to find more information on the components for use in the index.js file for development, click this link, components, and you can see all the components here, and you can also find the ToggleControl, all the components for use inside the plugin for the JS. So this is an excellent resource here. It's very detailed, so it's not that easy to find stuff, but once you do, there's examples here, and this is basically what we've used, and we've just modified it. But here's a working example here, and you can use this modified, extend it. Alright, now if you need any help, fire away in the comments. There's a comment section below this tutorial. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on wpsites.net.